The USDA's Food and Nutrition Services has approved Wisconsin's request to provide emergency allotments to its FoodShare households for the month of January 2023. This means FoodShare households in the state of Wisconsin can once again expect to receive the maximum monthly food benefit amount. The extra benefit will be available for use on Quest cards on January 22nd. If you want to see if emergency allotments were approved in your state, if you are not in Wisconsin, we link to the USDA's website in the description below. It's about 28 states, including the District of Columbia, that have been approved for January emergency allotments. And once again, the emergency allotment will be at least $95. That makes sure that families that were the lowest income, that were already receiving the maximum monthly food benefit amount, will also see an emergency allotment. There are changes on the horizon for emergency allotments, however. It was the Omnibus spending package that Congress passed back on December 23rd, that President Joe Biden signed on December 29th, that changed the way emergency allotments will be handled. This whole time, emergency allotments have been tied to the COVID public health emergency. You might recall since March of 2020, if there was a national COVID public health emergency and a state declared disaster or emergencies, states could ask for emergency allotments through a waiver process. What the Omnibus spending package did is decouple emergency allotments from the public health emergency. They instead set a hard stop date for when states could no longer request emergency allotments, which means for the states that still do have a declared emergency or disaster, February is the last issuance month of emergency allotments. So said another way, by March of 2023, there will be no more emergency allotments for any states. Some states have already stopped asking for emergency allotments. Some states have decided that they're going to issue January 2023 and then nothing after that. But by this new rule, February will be the last month that states have the potential to ask for an emergency allotment. As of March, it'll go back to the old rules, where your food share or SNAP benefits will be determined by your household size and your income. This will be a dramatic change for a lot of families. There was a little bit of negotiating that went into that spending package. Some of the money that was used for emergency allotments has now been put to a children's summer EBT program, and we'll have a separate video on that in the future once we learn more of the details. The impact in the state of Wisconsin for January continues to be quite large. Wisconsin's emergency allotments for January will go to about 354,500 households. It'll total just under $78.5 million. To read more from the USDA, more on the spending package, or to apply for food share for the first time, we link to a number of resources in the description below.